Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to self-host n8n. If you don't know what self-hosting is and you have just seen a couple of videos and come back here, it simply means hosting n8n on your own server. And that's possible because n8n is a super open source tool. Let me show you what I mean by that, right? If you come to n8n, the official website, it costs you roughly 24 euros a month or roughly like around $25 roughly around that to use n8n online. But the point is that's super expensive. If you're just trying out stuff or building some things, and plus you also have to get billed per step and XYZ and plus you also get billed on the execution. Every time you execute a workflow, you might be doing more of that. So it just does not make sense to use it unless you are doing it at an enterprise level. But what n8n offers you as an option is to actually use n8n on your own server. So let me show you my own instance. For example, this particular instance that I have hosted, you can see the URL. This URL looks like n8n.onrender.com. This is my self-hosted version on Render, right? And Render is a service, this beautiful service where you can host an n8n literally in seconds. It just takes a couple of seconds to get this hosted and running. The best part is you don't need to do a lot for this. I'm going to show you step by step. Hetzner is a cloud service right from Europe. It's extremely cheap and in my preference better than Render. I'll show you both options and let you choose what works for you. So let's come to like Render. Very simply, you'll have to log in and XYZ and all of those things. But once you click on dashboard, you'll be able to come here and see all these options available. There are only a couple of steps that you need to take. So click on add new and click on web service. And once you click on web service, you will get loaded up with this. Now, as you can see, I've already connected my GitHub, but you don't need to use any of this. You are just going to come here and click on existing image. Like literally, click on existing. By the time you watch this video, there might be some differences, but just see the options that exist. So you come to existing image, and then you're going to search for something called n8n Docker. Once you search n8n Docker, you will have to click on this link, which is a Docker hub. And the only thing that you're going to do is copy the URL. You could right click and copy link address. Just copy the link in the easiest format possible. Come back to Render and just paste this thing. As you can see, it automatically changes, right? It becomes this blue whale icon, and then you have to click on connect. Once you click on connect, you have to select a name for the service. Now you can name it anything. I'm just going to write it, and then you can select a project if you want to put it in a project. But again, it's completely optional. Now the only thing is that if you choose the free version, which we are going to use for this video, you technically every time you stop using your n8n, it shuts down, right? So if you want to, obviously you will technically want to choose a starter version, which is approximately $7 a month. It comes out to be, my bill most of the time has come down to $6.39, but the max it would cost you is going to be $7 per month approximately. You can set up any variable if you want to, but technically we don't have any requirement right now. And then the only thing that we want to do is click on deploy web service. Now it's going to take a couple of seconds. It will go ahead, run the service. I'm just going to probably take a couple of minutes, and then after that it will just run everything on this. You already get a link, and once you click on this link, you will get your Render application. Once it's loaded completely, you will get that n8n first sign up page. It took 60 seconds to spin it up. As you can see, it's starting up. If I move my screen around, you can see there's a different URL and -YouTube-XYZ, and then you set up an owner account. It's going to take a couple of seconds. I'm just going to write anything because there is no verification. I'm just going to choose an auto password, then come back and click on next. Within a second or so, it should log me in, right? There it is, whatever you want. I always hate the option. There is no option to skip this. I am just setting this up and click on skip. Very simply, you get this welcome Akshat XYZ, start from scratch, and XYZ. It's pretty cool. It's an amazing thing. You can just click on and start building your own workflows. That's super cool, but this is still one of the biggest problems with the Render. Even if you're on the $7 plan, the cheapest version gives you only 512 megabytes of RAM. 512 megabytes of RAM is nothing when you're trying to run complex workflows. So I have stopped using my Render for anything, and this is probably going to be the last couple of days I use it because I have to transfer everything out. But this does not work, and it's also like $7 a month. The only option to upgrade after that is $25. Why don't I have an option in the middle? Nothing wrong with the Render as such, but I just have stopped preferring Render. But if you do, go ahead. Great starting out. It really helped me to set up my own time, learn a lot of stuff for a good 2 to 3 months, but go from there. Let's come to the second option. It's called Hetzner. Hetzner is amazing. The best part about Hetzner is it's cheap. And second, it's super cheap, and third, it's super easy to install. One of the best things that always people keep talking about Hetzner is that. Now, only thing that you have to do is come and select login into cloud, right? Now, obviously, I'm already logged in, so I'll come and see this. I run an AI automation agency where we have helped hundreds of businesses implement amazing AI solutions for their own business and really become amazingly better on how they operate and also how they help their clients do better work. Go ahead on the link below and book a call today. I already have a project hosted. When you sign up, you'll have to put in your payment credentials, and it takes like 5 minutes. go ahead and do that. But the next thing that you want to do is click on new project. Now, new project, you can choose anything. I'm just going to choose n8n demo, right, or n8n YouTube, right, and come back here and click on create a server, right? Once I come to create a server, I get multiple options to choose from. You can choose anything. I just technically either choose Southeast because Singapore is the closest. That small latency effect that's going to come on. Then we're going to choose shared CPU. The reason we are choosing shared CPU, as you can see, there are multiple options. Obviously, it chooses by default a more expensive option. You can come back here and choose. So it's roughly 7.4. But if I choose Helsinki, that's probably cheaper, right? If I choose their default server in Europe, you get it for 3.29 euros a month, or I think 3.29 euros to USD, right? It's just roughly around $3.67. That's it. So you can host it in less than $4. That's crazy. You can select between two different models if you want. I'll just choose this. If you want a dedicated CPU, I don't think anyone starting out needs that, but you can choose this. The best thing about this is again, very simply, you get 4 gigabytes of RAM. That's crazy, right? And just the 20 terabyte traffic and 40 gigabytes of SSD, which I believe is really good. And again, you can choose between an AMD or an Intel. For us, it does not really matter. But again, just let this all be. What you can do here is select either an SSH key to log in or not select something. And they will send you root credentials to your email. I'll show you how that looks. This is easier for someone who is starting out, but if you want more protection, select an SSH key. We just have the server name here, and we are going to click on create and buy. The only option that I would suggest you select is a backup. It just adds a bit more percentage, 20% of the cost. It's still under $5. Click on create and buy now. It will now start setting up the server. The best thing is they are going to charge me at the end of the month. It will get taken care of later. But it's super cheap, so that's one of the best things with this whole thing. Now, one thing you get here is the server is already up. You have this public IP. Click on copy here. And at the same time, they would have also sent us the ID and password. Now, if you can see here, don't try to log in because I would have already deleted the server by the time this video is live. But very simply, you have the user as root and this is your password. Just copy it so you can use it. Now, we're going to come to one of my favorite tools available now. It's called Warp. Warp.dev. This is a terminal tool. And the best thing about this is using AI within the terminal. The only thing that I'm going to do here is come here and I'm just going to have two options here. Only thing you can do here with Warp, or you can use any terminal like command prompt, like CMD or PowerShell, very simply. Just come to Warp and write SSH root. As you can see, I already tried to connect to this. You can paste this here and press enter. Once you do this, it will show up. That's exactly how it should. You're just going to type yes. Now you're going to use the password that you got and copy and paste that password. When it's pasted, you don't actually see the password being pasted. The only thing we did is enter your current password, and now we have to change that password. I'm just going to enter a new password and check it. Press enter. Again, should have worked. Now, one problem with terminals is that you don't see what you're typing, and that's fine. Now we are logged in inside the server. This works perfectly. You are logged in, you are here, you can see Ubuntu is loaded. The only thing that you have to do is come back here, copy this command, input this command back in here. We are probably copying the command for Windows, which should work. Executing Docker install should take care of all the problems we have been facing. The best thing with Easypanel is this is a super simple way to run everything. I'll show you how easy it will be once we run this. It will be super powerful, and it's going to take a couple of minutes, and I'm just going to fast forward that. Now, once that is all done, you have a URL. You can go to your Easypanel installation, right? So what we're going to do is it's simply your server, and then we're just going to copy paste that, put this, colon 3000, come back here, and you should be able to get a beautiful Easypanel login screen set up n8n finally. The reason that it takes one more step should not make you scared. It's the easiest step. It takes 2 minutes, but it will save you effort later. Very simply enter an email and password. Again, just input the email and password, and we'll click on setup, and we'll get to this particular dashboard. Now, the best thing is once you are ready, you can see your load of the CPU, the memory it's using, and everything else. Right now, it's super loaded. Again, that will just keep getting refreshed. You see how much disk space you have. Click on create a project, right? n8n YouTube, and click on create. Once this is there, the only thing that you need to do is click on templates, right? Takes a second. Load templates, and you can just search for n8n. The best thing is once you have Easypanel installed, you can do quite literally anything. Click on this, change it. You see it's selected to 1.79 version, which is not the latest version. Come here and press latest, right? Latest, and click on create, and that's it. Once this is completed, and you'll be able to get a URL, you can go to it in the same way we did for render. But the point is now you have your own server. That's the best thing. And second, this is just 10 times more powerful and 100 times more cheaper rather than like upgrading to a $25 server if you need to scale up or something. I'll just by the time that's happening, I just want to show you why you should choose Hetzner. This feels like me promoting Hetzner, but the idea is it's actually good. And I just don't want you guys to suffer from any problems later down the line. So let me just come here, click on this, and then you can see the servers, right? Now let's say you want to upgrade this, right? You can just come here and come back here and select. The only thing you have to do is come to rescale, click on this, and then you can just select anything. Like you can go up to, like, imagine at 54 euros, you get like 16 CPU cores and 32 GB RAM. Like that's crazy power. You can run a lot on that. And if you want a dedicated CPU, that's 23, 30 euros or $30. You can get a crazy powerful server running for you. It takes a couple of seconds. Just go ahead and click on that. Now, you can see it's accessible. You get a link here. The only thing you need to do is copy this. You can just click on open, right? And you get into the same thing. Now again, it's just the same sign up, set up the owner account and everything, and you'll get there. So it works perfectly. But the idea is that now you have a server that you can do a lot of things on. This is the best way to actually host it, and you should definitely do it. It takes roughly a couple of minutes more, but go ahead and try it out. This is the best way to host n8n. And if you have any issues, just comment down below and I will give you tech support. I will make sure that you are able to set up on Hetzner without any issues. So go ahead, check it out and let me know what you think about it. If you like this video and if it helped you, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks a lot and I'll see you in the next one.